Hello everybody, this is Xenocat82543, welcome you back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV. In this part we're going to head down into this basement area. You can get here from either side. And we're going to head in here, because there's people to talk to. The nursing room. Yeah, doors get hurt. Makes sense. You're not going to give me a free nap, right? No, that would be silly. Not that I need a... well... Yang is kind of dead at the moment. I should maybe take a nap in the end. There's a few carrots in these pots. Big Chocobo comes here and holds the belongings. We can use a carrot there to summon the big Chocobo, but I don't really need it. I'm gonna say we have permission. I'm not gonna use the big Chocobo. You can do it if you want, but to store stuff, but I don't need to store stuff with the big Chocobo. I just sell everything that I don't need, because we're not going to need that much stuff. All those treasures are empty. It has a huge cannon called a super cannon. Interesting. I'm going to head this way, because there's some treasure chests over here. Thank you for the cabins. Now I have tons of cabins. Yeah, monsters in the underground are kind of strong. They're stronger than anything we would have seen in the overworld. Am I braver? Okay. I know Golbez is out of Babel, but the strongest of the four fiends called Rubicant of Fire is there. Yep, they want us to be careful. Thanks for the info. Not that way. Yes, go that way. The Pot of Life. We're going to take a drink from this pot. This will heal everyone to full. Yang is back up, at full health. We're ready to go. I guess I never went up Rydia's stats last time. She joined at level 25. Here are her stats. Her wisdom stat is being boosted a lot by the Change Rod, which gives +5, the Tiara, which gives +10. So her wisdom stat would naturally be much closer to the 20s, and the rune ring, which gives +3 to both wisdom and will. So her wisdom stat would normally be much lower, but we got a lot of wisdom boosting gear on her. The Gaia gear is not boosting anything, and the whip is not boosting anything. Anyway. We're here in the underground. We're going to start making our way along this path. We're just gonna fight. And cure one as necessary. Rosa has a lot of wisdom, or a lot of will, so her cure ones are actually somewhat effective. Yeah, that's the Dwarf Axe in action. I'm going to keep going this way. Going up there, up north there is a dead end. But over here, you can find a little plane. We want to stick to the left here. Rule of thumb here is stick to the left. So we're crossing this underground, heading over to the Tower of Babil to hopefully get her crystals back. They're hitting kind of hard. I might cure two. Although, with the way our agility is working out, not getting a chance to do that. Which is okay. Head into this lava field. a lot of enemies. Good job, Rydia. Rydia's not very good with that whip. The whip is just not a good weapon. But I want to save her MP for more useful things. I guess I could use the Change Rod to cast Piggy. Yeah, Cure 2 is pretty powerful. We're going to do that. For fun. Black Widows will counter with a Petrify spell. Because, you know, gotta keep petrifying people. Nice 1 damage. We can turn the Armadillo into a pig, but not the Black Wiz. Piggy's not that useful at debuff, but it's something for Rydia to do. Since, you know, she can't use white magic anymore. Bye, Armadillo. Kain and Yang get another level. Yay. And we're going to head up here to the right. This is the one place where you want to stay to the right. And we see the battle happening. That's exciting. Yeah. There's a battle going on in front of the lower Babel. I'm going to sort my inventory, make sure my Thunder Claws are readily available. Very important. Make sure the Thunder Claws are available. Save before we head in here. I'm not worried about HP. We're down a little bit, but I'm not that worried about it. And we're going to head into the Tower of Babil. Immediate encounter. It's pretty much the same enemies we're seeing outside. Tortoise is weak to ice. I believe the Dark Imps are also weak to ice. I know the Tortoise is. But also the Dark Imps just die. Because they're imps. They're not very strong. That looks like weak to ice. Yeah, Rydia, not really that useful here. For now. Yay, Cecil is gaining levels. He needs to get strong. You head up here. We're gonna explore this first floor. There's some ice arrows. More ice arrows if you want to do that. Lots of ice arrows. The elemental arrows are worthwhile to use over poison arrows, potentially. Although not by a whole lot. Just because the base attack power of the ice arrows is not as high. It's not that high. Compared to the poison arrows, which have a pretty high base attack power. I don't know why I whacked with the charm rod. Or the, not charm rod, the change rod. Oh well. We're gonna cure 2 everyone. Rosa actually has MP, so I'm not worried about running out. Which is real nice. We're gonna get rid of all these Dark Imps. Goodbye, Tortoise. Very weak to ice. Still getting 1,000 experience each time. Rydia has leveled up and learned Virus. That is a good spell. Rydia's Virus is actually going to do some damage, although it is 20 MP and she doesn't have that much MP, so she can't cast that all the time. There's an Ether 1. That'll help solve that. I have so many Ethers, I should be more liberal with my MP spending. Hey, remember these things? They're here again. We're gonna Virus everything. Because that's fun. Yeah, you can Virus things. We're fine on MP. She has enough for 8 more. Virus is basically what I'm going to be using her MP for at this point. Bandana. This is really good for basically anyone who's doing physical damage, but it's especially good for Yang since he doesn't have a helmet. Although, Cecil could probably use that headband. Cecil already had a headband. I'm actually going to give Kain a headband, because it buffs his attack a little bit. But the bandana goes on Yang for now. Yang is real good. 3 black wizards. They're weak to ice, so we're gonna ice too. Rosa's eternally on cure duty. Because we need to make sure we're at good health. Yeah, they're pretty weak to ice. That was a split ice too. For lots of damage. And now one hit should get rid of everything else. I mean, Yang would kill them in one shot anyway, but... we get some Medusa arrows, which are, you know, which inflict stone. Not bad. And here we have our first trap chest of the Lower Babil, which is the second place for trap chests. We don't want to attack this thing. If you attack these alerts, they will summon things. So what we want to do is swap over to Yang, swap to a Thunderclaw, and punch. Yeah. We're just gonna skip over that fight and get a Blizzard Spear for our efforts. This is a very good upgrade for Kain. Basically, Kain's good now. And while I'm doing this, we're gonna swap Yang back to his old Ice Claw. Because generally the enemies are weak to ice here, other than these trap chests. If we head into this side room, it's another trap chest. We're not going to have Kain go. I'm keeping the Poison Claw on because the Poison Claw does boost Yang's strength. Whereas the other claws just have an element associated with them. It's only a +3, but it is still an improvement. And we get an Ice Brand from that. This is Cecil's Ice Weapon. Bye, Dwarf Axes. You were nice for a little bit. So yeah, Dwarf Axe is totally not necessary. These ice weapons also do have a better base power than the fire weapons that we could have gotten earlier. And, you know, now we can one-shot these black wizards. But just overall, the ice weapons are very nice. And we'll be using them for actually a little while. So I highly recommend picking up those ice weapons, especially since that's so free. We find a Cat Claw here. This is basically an upgraded version of the Poison Claw. It's better. It raises its strength and agility by, I believe, 5 points, rather than the 3 from the Poison Claw. So, you know, Yang is doing real well. Look at that strength. We want to go down here, where there is another chest, with a life potion. You know, never hurts to have an extra life potion. But, I mean, this is going to be very fast now. The other thing about the Dwarf Axes is the Dwarf Axes lower agility by 5. As well as, I think, some spellcasting stats that don't matter, but... they boost vitality but lower agility, so... not having those equipped means that Cecil and Kain are now going faster than Rydia and Rosa, which is totally fine. Rydia, just wait. Rosa will heal. Cast a cure too, because I may as well. That was rude. Don't hit Kain for tons of damage. Kain does not like that. Just gonna try to fill up everyone's HP a little bit. I mean, Cecil is super tanky in the back row and is going to be fine. I could put Kain in the back row, actually. I could do that. It's a little tempting. Anyway, we're going to make our way over here, where there is another chest. This is a long dungeon, so we probably won't make it to the top of the Tower of Babil, or this section of the Tower of Babil in this part. But, you know, this is one of those dungeons where they have 2 save points in the dungeon. What madness is this? Like, 2 save points? I think this is the first one with 2 save points, actually. And now I'm trying to think if there's another dungeon with multiple save points. I guess kind of that kind of counts later. There is one more that kind of counts, but no, there's a couple more. There's other dungeons with multiple save points, but this one definitely has multiple. It's the first one that has multiple save points in it. And our first one is right here. I'm not going to end it here, because we're only 16 minutes in. I'm not going to use a tent. I'm just going to save. I've been pretty sparing with my MP because it hasn't really been necessary to use MP up to this point with all these ice weapons. Anyway, here's a Chimera. They are not weak to ice. And they counter everything with Blaze. Or they do Blaze. They don't counter with Blaze. They just do Blaze on their turn. I'm actually going to go back and heal. Chimeras are rude because that Blaze attack is an Ice Elemental attack, which means that Cecil takes extra damage from that. Or someone does. No, Yang just has terrible magic defense. That's what happened there. I am going to actually use my tent now. After that encounter. Chimeras are not fun. And you generally want to hit them with non-elemental stuff. Which I can do. But just generally things are weak to ice, so I like having ice stuff equipped. Dwarfax is non-elemental. Cat Claw and Poison Claw will both count as non-elemental, so... Oh, an egg. We're gonna jump on the egg. I would strongly recommend jumping on the egg. Because then you don't get to find out what's inside. And you don't want to find out what's inside. Whenever you see an egg, you don't want to find out what's inside. Anyway, did I miss that room? I think I missed that room. We'll backtrack for that. After I... Oh great, this is not an encounter I want to see. We have some of these tofu enemies, which are, you know, going to take... we want to parry with you. We want Rydia's turn. This is a Rydia will solve this issue. We're going to call Titan. Because I'm going to walk back past the save point anyway to get that. Let's heal up as well. Titan should finish this encounter. This is an encounter I would use Titan on. You need to use a spell on the Tofus anyway. May as well do Titan. We're going to stop in this room real quick. The room further to the right does not have anything in it. This has another alert in a trap chest. Skip your turn. Give you a Thunderclaw. Get rid of the alert real quick, because no reason to take anything else. And we get an Ice Shield. This is going to help out with Cecil's defense. We're actually going to give Cecil the Ice Shield. Kain already has a Fire Shield equipped, but we're going to give Cecil the Ice Shield so that he has resistances now to both fire and ice. It's very good. You want to mix and match the resistances, generally. Because then you get resistances to multiple things. We're going to take this Thunderclaw off and swap it for the Poison Claw. because this Chimera will go down in just a couple hits. And Kain should be able to kill that, not kill that Chimera with a jump. Okay. Kain is not doing well. I just saw his HP and I was like, oh no! Kain, you need an extra heal. We're gonna probably take the tent on the way down. Or on the way back up, at least. From those treasures that I apparently walked by, potentially? I feel like I got them. No, I think I got those. I think it's just the way the graphics works. We're gonna take the last trap chest, and then I'm gonna head back to the save point. This is the last trap chest in the area. Thunderclaw. I get an encounter before the trap chest, of course, against 2 Chimeras, because why would I not? Virus will take care of both of them. Yay, Kain levels up. And now we get into our trap chest encounter, which is an alert. Young is also not doing well on HP. They're both taking a beating. And we get some ice armor. I'm going to put this on Kain. So now Kain has resistance to both fire and ice. Yeah, we want to make sure, we want to spread out our resistances. Plus, you know, Kain being in the front row could use the extra defense. Anyway. We're going to heal up Kain a bit. Heal up Yang a bit. And we're going to... Do I want to keep going? I'll finish this floor. Oh, good. It's you. And you surprised me. I think Kain can almost kill this thing with a jump. Now I'm just going to have Struggle hitting the back row, but we want to get rid of the Chimera. So that I can virus everything. Okay, Chimera is gone. Virus should take care of everything here. The important thing about Tokus is you just need to do some sort of magic on them. And they don't have tons of health. We're gonna walk back across this bridge. If I did skip those chests, I'll check on the way back down the tower. And I'll pick them up later then. Anyway, we made it to the 5th floor. We're about halfway up the Tower of Babil. I'm gonna call it a video here. Next time we will continue climbing up the Tower of Babil. I'll see you then.